From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Tisha Bader.
I'm Mark Golub, sitting in for vacationing Tisha Bader with today's JBS News Update for Monday, April 22nd. We begin with what's the lead story around the world, the tragic, insane murders of more than 300 children, women, and men in Sri Lanka, who were the victims of a series of vicious bombings in churches and hotels on Easter Sunday morning. Hundreds of others were also wounded in the Islamic terrorist attacks. The entire world Jewish community has expressed their sorrow, sent their condolences, and voiced their outrage. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, "In the name of the citizens of Israel, it expresses deep shock at the murderous attacks against innocent civilians in Sri Lanka, and Israel is ready to assist the authorities in Sri Lanka at this difficult time." In America, Ron Lauder, president of the World Jewish Congress, articulated what so many in the Jewish community feel, saying, "World Jewry, together with the enlightened population, condemns the abhorrent terrorist attacks that took place this morning in Sri Lanka and shows zero tolerance for those who use terrorism to further their causes. This attack, which occurred on one of the holiest days in the Christian calendar, serves as a painful reminder that the war on terror must be at the top of the international agenda and to continue unceasingly. And we pray for the speedy recovery of the survivors and send our condolences to those who lost their loved ones in these difficult attacks. We know you join with all those of peace and goodwill in sending to the people of Sri Lanka our profound condolences and our wish that their loved ones who were injured enjoy a refuah shlema, complete recovery, and the lights soon be restored to normal. Well, while American communities still see battles over whether the state has the right to mandate vaccinations, Israel's health ministry has ordered all Israeli airlines to vaccinate their crews. In the past 12 months, 3,600 cases of measles have been confirmed in Israel. Recently, an El Al flight attendant came down with a serious case of measles during a flight to New York. Unfortunately, the 43-year-old flight attendant slipped into a coma, and doctors worry she may have permanent brain damage. At the same time, a 10-year-old boy who also contracted measles on a plane is in an Israeli hospital on a respirator, also with possible brain damage. As a result, El Al has established a special clinic at Ben Gurion Airport to administer the measles vaccination, and Israeli passengers are making use of the clinic before boarding a plane. In the midst of the immoral acceptance of the BDS movement of boycotts, divestments, and sanctions that seek to delegitimize the state of Israel, it's heartening to know that a good number of states have passed their own laws banning state contracts with businesses that do engage in BDS. Most recently, the great state of Texas announced they are taking back $72 million worth of stock, which their pension funds had placed with a Norwegian financial services company that Texas claims is participating in BDS. The San Antonio Express-News reports that two of Texas's pension funds are withdrawing their funds because the Norwegian bank is doing business with 4 companies that are known to be boycotting Israel. Texas has already gone after companies that participate in the BDS movement, including Airbnb, which had stopped listing rooms to rent on the West Bank. Airbnb has since changed that policy. Currently, at least 26 states have passed similar laws refusing to deal with companies that boycott Israel. Anti-Semitism in Poland spilled over this past Sunday onto America's U.S. ambassador to that country. Ambassador Georgette Mosbacher, who happens to be Jewish, made a gesture that she thought was rather harmless. On Friday, first Seder night, Ambassador Mosbacher wished the Jewish community of Poland a happy Passover. Instantly, she was roundly criticized on Polish Twitter for offending Poland, which she was reminded is a Roman Catholic country. On Easter Sunday, Ambassador Mosbacher did wish the Polish people a happy Easter. But as far as Polish anti-Semites were concerned, their hatred of Jews was already sealed. In the southeast of Poland, people engaged in an old Polish tradition, beating on and burning in effigy an image of an Orthodox Jew. And finally, everyone here at JBS hopes you had a wonderful and joyous Passover, a Zissim Pesach, surrounded by family and friends. There's something special and warm about the festival of Passover. And it's especially inspiring to see how Israel is an oasis in the Middle East where both Jew and non-Jew can express their religious traditions in joy and in peace. This past weekend was not only the Jewish holiday of Passover, it was also the weekend of Christianity's Good Friday and Easter. And while Israelis were in family seders throughout the state of Israel, hundreds, if not thousands, of Christian pilgrims filled Jerusalem's Church of the Holy Sepulchre, where Christian tradition teaches Jesus was resurrected after his Roman crucifixion. Christians from around the world gathered in prayer in the virtual shadow of the Western Wall. The Jewish World Daily website quotes pilgrims from as diverse Western and Eastern countries as Switzerland and Poland, and one of whom captured the unique quality of Jerusalem, saying, "You can feel the spirit of religion here." And that's the JBS News Update for April 22nd, coming up this evening on JBS. At 7 p.m., Dr. Ruth discusses Cupid and the human psyche. At 7:30, Jewish film scholar Eric Goldman sits with Israeli director Michal Aviad to talk about her new film, Working Woman. At 8 p.m., Seth Davis gives us an overview of the remarkable work being done by Israel Aid. And at 9 p.m., I have the chance to sit with Sue and Michael Ashner to talk about Beit Rut, a home for troubled girls in Israel. And at 10 p.m., JBS gives you a front row seat at the 92nd Street Y, where star of stage, screen, and television Mandy Patinkin is interviewed by novelist Thane Rosenbaum. We hope you enjoy it all. Until the next time, I'm Mark Golub. Be well, my friends.